est ouverte. Please be seated. Veuillez vous asseoir.
Terre est maintenant ouverte. Je souhaite la...
Good morning. I would like to welcome everyone inside and outside of the courtroom. Now, before we start with today's initial appearance, I would like to remind you that the Chamber...
Breaking news. Brgie, Biafran Republic government in exile, vows to appeal Simon Èkpá's prison sentence, as they have come out to claim that Finland caught Nigeria are scared of Biafra independence. And if you ask me, I will say that is true, because in reality have shown that they, the Finnish authority and international community, not just the Finnish authorities, international communities, some powerful countries are scared of, a country from Africa, a country as powerful as Biafra gaining their full independence. But without wasting much of your time, let us go straight up to this particular news. Before we give you the important information we need to give you today, the news in detail. The Biafran Republic government in exile has said the Finland court and Nigeria are scared of Biafra. The reason for is Prime Minister Simon Èkpá's CCA jail sentence. This comes as the Biafran Republic government in exile, Brgie, vowed to appeal the sentence on Simon Èkpá, the acting Prime Minister of Biafran Republic government in exile. One of the acting Prime Minister, because as it stands, we have two different Prime Ministers and two different factions. So one of the Prime Minister, has disclosed this in an official statement on Thursday. He said, in his words, this comes after the Hague District Court in Finland, a court on Monday, September 1st, 2025, handed Èkpá a 6 years imprisonment jail term for terrorism-related offenses. The sentence had attracted reaction from the Nigerian government and the Nigerians in the last 48 hours. And up till now, so many people are still reacting to that. And, the reality is that despite the fact that the zoo government are claiming that they are happy, but the reality will soon dawn on them very soon. Let us continue with the news. However, the Biafran Republic government in exile, Brgie, under Nkere, has described the Finland court judgment as a biased conclusion of judicial authority controlled by pressure from above. It stated that judgment is devoid of clarity between legitimate political activism, global free speech, and terrorism. According to the Biafran Republic government in exile, Èkpá was convicted by the Finnish court primarily for his social media activities advocating for Biafran independence over decades of marginalization post-Nigerian civil war. The Biafran Republic government exile faulted the Finnish court's position that Èkpá's online posts were public incitement to commit crimes for terrorist purposes. According to the Biafran Republic government in exile, he disagreed with the Finnish court's assertion that Èkpá's equipped group with weapons, explosive, and ammunition through his network, noting that such a stance lacks circumstantial evidence and the rhetoric is influenced by pressure from the Nigerian government. The Biafran Republic government in exile said that it would mount pressure in Washington, D.C., United States of America over Biafran independence. And as I'm talking to you, the information that got to us is that they have already, started, going to Washington, D.C. concerning this whole issue of Biafran independence. And it will be talked in few days in their meeting, in their cabinet meeting. But let us continue with this particular information. Now that Europe understands clearly our case, we shall mount more pressure in Washington, D.C. We will appeal this court verdict, and our Prime Minister will join us later. Convicting the Biafran independence icon, Simon Èkpá Njoku, is guilty of committing terrorism offenses because of standing up for the voices of over 18 million Biafrans yearning for Biafran independence restoration. Is a shame to Finland integrity. The Biafran Republic government in exile, being the legal entity of Biafran independence, wishes to tell Biafrans globally that we have recorded another victory in European region. If you fight for the independence and the country you are fighting against don't gang up against you or get scared of you, then it means you have not started yet. Nigerian got scared of Biafran independence to the point that they had to call on all international communities to stop Biafran abroad from hosting media discussions about Biafran independence. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a Biafran leader, was kidnapped in Kenya by Nigerian government because of the fear of Nigerian against Biafra independence. Amnesty International recorded that Nigeria Army unalived over 150 peaceful IPOB members in 2016 and over 1,000 were unalived between 2023 to 2025. All these reports are available in the social media. And even coming to that, I am still baffled and surprised that the report of the Amnesty International is not being looked at by the so-called international communities. And it is painful that Finland did not take that report seriously. A report coming from international community, from Amnesty International for that matter, a very powerful organization, a very powerful human rights organization, gave with evidence how the Nigerian army has unalived a lot of innocent Biafran, unarmed Biafran for that matter. And yet, the focus of the world, the focus of Finland, is to bring down Simon Èkpá for social media comments, claiming that his comment incited, act of terrorism, leading to the unaliving of so many. But we are coming to that. Finland on different occasions, failed the world, and their integrity has been brought to shambles. But let us round up with the news. Now, he said, at this point, the Biafran Independent Declaration call has been heard in European court. They are now aware of what Biafra means. Every Biafran should be happy that we have come this far, reaching out to the International European Commission through the imprisonment of our Brgie leader, Simon Èkpá Njoku. Biafrans will increase momentum in making sure that our sovereignty is regained after this great victory in Finland, with Nigeria working together. Brgie Prime Minister Simon Èkpá is just our voice and eye to the world, while Biafrans back home will restore Biafra fully. We are ready. Now that Europe understands our case clearly, we shall mount more pressure in Washington, D.C. The Biafran Republic government in exile will appeal this court verdict, and our Prime Minister will join us late. He finally said the Hague District Court in Finland has sentenced Simon Èkpá, a former Lati councillor, to 6 years in prison after convicting him of terrorism-related crimes, aggravated tax fraud, and breaching Finland Lawyers Act. Well. You have heard and you know what this whole thing entails and how it's going to end. For those of you who still feel that the zoo have won, over Simon Èkpá, for those of you who feel that they have defeated Simon Èkpá in court, you're wasting your time, because it is just a matter of time. The whole world will mount pressure in Finland, because Finland has actually disappointed a lot of people, coming out from a country who is known, for defending the freedom of others, a country who got their own, independence the same way and same manner in which Biafrans are fighting for theirs. It is actually shameful that they had to rebel this young man just because of their gain from the Zulu government. But at the end, over the Hindi when I say Abasoso Agho mind. It's as simple as that. At the end, victory will come for the freedom of Biafrans. Thank you once again for joining us on this wonderful YouTube channel. Do not forget to do the needful by sharing this video and information to every Biafran so that they will know the stand that we are in and that they will know that we are not giving up on the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá Njoko. God bless you.